Am I the asshole? For refusing to compromise with my dad and stepmom? I am the only child in my household who does not call the adults in our home mom and dad. I have two bio-siblings ages 14M and 13F. And I have four step-siblings ages 19F, 14M, 14M, and 12F. Mine and my brother's mom died when I was 5. Oldest step-sibling never knew her father. My other 3 step-siblings' dad still plays a role in their lives but was never big on the oldest, and eventually my stepmom left him for that reason. My siblings call stepmom mom since they only know her as mom. Oldest stepsister calls dad that because she never had one and he was willing. Younger 3 call him that because they are not fond of their bio father. But I have never called my stepmom mom. I was only 5 when dad and her moved in together 5 months after my mom died. She's okay. But to me, I do not love her like that, and I do not want her to be my mom. I have some memories of my mom and find it disrespectful. She's told me before it's never disrespectful, and if I had a baby one day, wouldn't I want them to never be without a mom? I told them they'd always have a mom whether I'm dead or alive, and I wouldn't want them calling someone else mom. She told me I was too young to get it, so I should just follow the flow of the household and start calling her mom. My dad and stepmom went to a meeting with my school about my IEP, and there it was brought up that she was my stepmom because I tell teachers at school and my aide. Always did. But I guess it was brought up for some reason and they hated it. So they sat me down and said if I won't call her mom, then they will try to accept it, though they think she has earned that title after all these years, but they said at least stop saying dad and stepmom and start saying parents. I told them no. That when I say parents I mean my mom and dad. Not dad and stepmom. Dad told me I was being a difficult little shit, and why do I insist on punishing my stepmom for mom's death? I said it's not punishing her. It's doing what feels right to me. Just like the other kids do what feels right to them. He told me he doesn't give a shit about what I feel is right. They say what is right as an adult. Stepmom said my unwillingness to work with them and compromise drives her crazy. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole, and your father telling you he doesn't give a SHT is just so horrible. Even if they forced you to call her what they want, would it even count if it's not coming from the heart? They should be happy you are honest with them about your feelings. How is calling her mom a compromise on their part? You can't force what you don't feel, so why lie about it? No one has the right to dictate your feelings. Not the asshole, but your father is. Would he be okay with someone replacing him? Not the asshole. It amazes me about how many Reddit posts are about this issue. Why the hell are the parents, step-parents forcing the child to call them mom or dad? Crazy. In your case, your SM moved in 5 months after your bio mother died. Even though you were very young, you still remembered your mom, and having SM thrust into your life had to be a shock. You were not so young that you didn't miss your mom, grieve for her. Your father and SM need to respect your decision and stop shoving it down your throat. It's been 11 years. Enough already. Give your dad a choice. You can call him father, and your stepmother can be called stepmother. Or in 2 years when you're 18, you won't call them at all. Not the asshole. Are you in contact with your mom's family? Can they help you? I'd tell the school counselor everything, including the name calling. I'd also plan on moving out ASAP. Not the asshole. You already have a mother. The fact that she's not living doesn't mean someone else can take her place. It's wild to me that anyone thinks this would be an okay thing to insist on even once, much less repeatedly. It's absolutely horrible that your dad called you a little shit over it. He and your stepmom are beyond belief for pressuring you on this. Not the asshole. Your father and stepmother are behaving like spoiled children. I think it's always a bit sad when a child acts in a more emotionally mature way than the adults around them. They should accept and respect your decision. Not attempt to bully you into submission. That is not what a good parent would do. The fact they are trying to make you call her mum is weird. If you don't feel comfortable with it, then I think it's fine. I always refer to my step-parents by the first name. It wasn't a comment on our relationship, it just was normal for me. Not the asshole. A couple of things. First, with you being 16, you should be attending all of your meetings about your IEP. When you turn 18, you'll be your own legal guardian and responsible for signing and understanding what is written in your IEP. I have no idea why it would be brought up that you call your stepmom at your IEP, but moving forward I would insist that you be at all meetings. The last thing you want is her being listed as your mom in that document. Second, no one can force you to call them mom or dad. Those titles are earned. 5 months after your mum died. Wow, sounds like an affair to me. You're not punishing anyone, she's trying to appropriate something that isn't hers. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. I'm still stuck on dad moving her in 5 months after your mom died. That pretty much says they had a relationship before your mom died. No matter, they don't have the right to tell you what you must call your stepmom. And by pushing away they will just push the both of them away from you. Not the asshole. They don't want a compromise, they want you to give in to their demands to make it look like they created a perfect blended family. Adults who put their emotional needs before those of their children are not good parents, whether they are biological family or step. Not the asshole. It does matter what you feel is right, and you shouldn't be forced to call anyone mom you don't want to. You should tell them right back that it doesn't matter how your stepmom feels, just like they said your feelings don't matter. Why should care about someone else's feelings who doesn't care about yours? What hypocrisy is this? 5 months after your mom died, wow. Not the asshole. But I'm curious why it's so important to your dad and stepmom, why it's so important to them for you to call her mom. It seems like such a strange thing for them to get pissy about after the meeting at your school. Have you asked them why it means so much to them? Not the asshole. They don't get to decide this. Only you do. Not the asshole. If you are too young to get it, then she should not force you to act artificially to please her. You are not punishing anyone for anything. They are being idiots. Not the asshole. I hate when people use the word compromise when what they mean is do it my way, so I stop bitching about you not doing it my way all the time. Not the asshole. This is a them problem and one they need to get over. You have made your position perfectly clear and appear to have done so in a respectful and adult manner. I tell them they are about to lose being recognized as stepmom and she will just be referred to as dad's wife, and dad is getting close to just being sperm donor. Not the asshole. As an adult and a mom, I find it annoying. You have the right to call mom and dad your actual bio parents. She's been in your life since you were 5, okay? Did she take up on a mother-like role to you? Do you appreciate it? Then that's fine. Being fond of somebody or loving them as a family is fine enough, but calling her mom when she's not your actual mother and wish to keep that name to your own mother and her memory is also understandable, and they shouldn't push you on it. It's about identity and honoring your own blood. My first through reading this was holy shit, your dad sucks. They say what is right as an adult. That is complete and absolute nonsense. You are not the asshole and your father is off his rocker. Not the asshole. My husband has raised my daughter from the time she was 4, and she has always called him by his first name. My other daughters call him dad. We have never pressured her one way or the other, as it's really her choice. I will refer to my husband as dad when I'm talking to all the kids, as in we will go out to dinner after dad gets off work, and she's fine with that. I feel like your parents are trying to play happy family. Not the asshole. Your stepmom is. I'm pretty sure rule 1 in all Be a Good Step Parent books is don't try to replace the parent, don't force them to call you mom dad. You don't have to call your stepmom mom if you don't want to. Her trying to force you is childish and inappropriate. You have every right to honor your mom however you see fit, and your stepmom should support